Copper just hit $5.95 a pound. That's a 3-year high, right after Trump dropped a 50% tariff on imported copper. Then boom, Canada fired back. They threatened to choke off 28 million cubic meters of softwood lumber exports to the US. That's not just firewood. It's the backbone of American homes, furniture, and factories. Copper futures exploded, up 13% in one day. And this isn't a stock market twitch. This is panic across everything that runs on copper. Wiring, EV motors, air conditioners, even your fridge, none of that runs without copper. Here's the problem: America imports 42% of its copper. And Canada supplies nearly a third of that. And we're not just talking raw copper. We're talking refined wire, precision coils, high-grade stuff America can't replace fast. Trump's tariff wasn't a slap, it was a body slam to US manufacturing. Canada skipped the speeches and went straight to strategy. Ontario threatened lumber exports within 48 hours. Lumber isn't just wood, it's home equity. And nearly 1/3 of US lumber comes from Canada. Every American home uses about 15,000 square feet of softwood. There's no quick fix for that. In 2023 alone, we imported over 28 million cubic meters of Canadian lumber, worth billions. Canadian lumber is lean, efficient, and cheaper. It kept US prices stable around $400 per MBF. Now, if Canada pulls back, we could be looking at $500 plus per MBF. That's $7,000 to $10,000 more for every new home. Tariffs don't magically bring back jobs or mines. You can't spin up smelters and skilled labor overnight. Ford's electric trucks and Texas wind farms need copper, and lots of it. That 50% tariff leaves companies with two options: raise prices or shut down. Canada. They're pivoting fast. They've got trade deals with Europe, Japan, and Australia. No tariffs. No tantrums. In the first half of 2025 alone, Canadian copper exports to Europe jumped 47%. Lumber exports to Japan and South Korea rose 28%. Canada's not backing down, they're moving up the value chain. High-grade furniture wood. Advanced thermal panels. Specialized wiring. Not easy to replace with raw US timber. Trump says he's defending workers. But in reality, middle-class Americans are paying the price. More expensive homes. Pricier appliances. Delayed projects. And Canadians selling lumber to Tokyo. Copper to Rotterdam. But this isn't just about metals and wood. It gets deeper. Canada slapped a 3% tax on US tech giants, Google, Amazon, Meta. And Trump flipped out. On Truth Social, he cut off negotiations, saying Canada's draining America with a $7 billion digital tax. But here's the deal: Canada's digital services tax only applies to companies making over $20 million from Canadian users. And it's retroactive. These tech giants owe nearly $2 billion by the end of July. This tax was promised back in 2019. Delayed until now. And Canada's finally collecting. It's not just about money, it's about reclaiming value siphoned off for years by US platforms. And now, the EU is watching. If they follow suit, tech giants face global tax pressure. Trump's throwing a fit to protect Amazon and Google. Meanwhile, US farmers are going bankrupt. 55% more bankruptcies in 2024. Nearly one farm goes under every single day. The fertilizer crisis is real. Potash from Canada. Tariffed. Prices jumped tenfold. Fuel shortages across the Midwest have wrecked machinery costs and transport logistics. Farmers are trapped, input costs are soaring, crop prices are falling, and there's no help in sight. While America dithers, Canada steps in. Subsidies, protections, trade deals. They're planting wheat while Americans walk away from it. And Canadian wheat? It's filling US supermarket shelves. Spring wheat acreage in the US just hit a 50-year low. Farmers are giving up on it. Meanwhile, Canadian farmers are locking in deals with American bakeries, fast food chains, guaranteed supply, no drama. It's not a takeover with tanks, it's one with grain. And while US wheat imports rise, Canada holds the strongest card: your bread. If Ottawa tightens exports or picks favorites, American shelves could go bare. And it's not just food. Canada still holds energy, oil, steel, and now, the dinner table. The US is losing control over its own supply chain. And they don't even realize it yet. And while you're worried about tariffs and taxes, there's another war happening, online. Over $2 billion vanishes in Canada every year due to fraud. Fake CIA agents, AI voices, deepfakes of your relatives. Even worse. Most of your data was legally sold to criminals by data brokers. These scams are organized, global, and terrifyingly effective. Criminals spoof government numbers, mimic voices, and use fear to squeeze money fast. And it's not just Canada. US citizens are targets too. Grandparents are being swindled by fake grandkids in trouble. These aren't low-level hackers. These are syndicates with armies of autodialers, fake call centers, and international mules. Victims lose life savings. Immigrants unknowingly become mules. And governments still slow to respond. Until laws catch up, you are the firewall. Be suspicious, verify calls, protect your data. Because soon, AI won't just copy a voice. It'll fake a live conversation. And when trust dies, what's left? The US is under pressure, from inside and out. Trade wars, food shortages, AI scams, it's all connected. If we keep playing defense, we're already losing. So what do you think? Is the US slipping too far behind? Or is there still time to fight back? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the Untold Compass, and share this video if you want more people to wake up to what's really going on.